Welcome to Namibia, land of the brave. Want to know why it's called the land of the brave? Good question. And I'll come back to that later in the video. I think it's one of the best things I learned about Namibia. Namibia is the second least densely populated country in the world, right after Mongolia, with a landmass of 318,260 square miles and of a population of just under 2.6 million. Now, it's a country filled with rich wildlife, roaming freely, and huge marvelous sand dunes located in the southwest of Africa. Now, for you lovers of wildlife, I can guarantee you this is the right place for you. This is where you want to be, as it hosts the largest free-roaming cheetahs around the world. And by the way, here's another fun fact for you. Namibia is one of two countries with desert elephants around the world as well. Just before they gained independence, Namibia had three official languages: English, German, and Afrikaans. This was during the apartheid regime. However, after they gained independence from South Africa in 1990, the new government declared English as the only official language, and this became law in the country. So yeah, in the constitution, which is being used in schools and as medium of instruction. Back to why Namibia is referred to as Land of the Brave. Now, this goes back to the man named as Dasali Joseph, who composed the national anthem after they gained independence from the German colonizers and oppressors. And he referred to the beautiful land of Namibia as Land of the Brave because of the fight for freedom by the freedom fighters. Other official languages are Oshivambo and Afrikaans, which are largely spoken languages, and Ochiherero, Lukwangali, Silozi, San, and a few more. So guys, I'm in the habit of going to places without much planning, but rather crashing into it, do my thing, enjoy, and I'm out. Want to know why? Procrastination is a thing, guys. Honestly, trust me. It doesn't take me donkey years to plan a trip. I just think of it, and in 2 or 3 weeks, actually sometimes less than that, I'm out. Well, if I've got enough money, then in days, I'm definitely there. But let's not lose focus, guys. So my trip starts from Cape Town. Here's how it starts. Takes me to Namibia, where I started my tour to Namibia. So I started my trip, took off from Cape Town by 8 a.m. in the morning. Gotta have our H1 vehicle for my trip. Well, it turned out to be a very, very reliable car. I'm gonna be honest and be very honest with you. So that's absolutely great. Honestly, didn't expect the vehicle to perform so well. Usually you'd go on trips like this with a 4x4, but since I couldn't afford to get one, what I bought me, I settled for a 2x4 vehicle, which turned out absolutely great, with no troubles, thanks to the Haval H1. Hopefully, they see this and who knows, they give me a cool deal. Well, it certainly wasn't a bad buy, guys. I mean, the car was actually completely outperformed itself. Morning, guys. So it's approximately 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're actually just about to start our trip. And we'll be driving all the way from here to Namibia, Windhoek, Namibia, all the way from Cape Town to Windhoek, Namibia. It's gonna be an amazing trip. There's quite a few places that I'll be stopping by. Yeah, but I think the last stop in SA will be Springbok. So we'll be driving on the N7 road. Sorry guys. So there's a lot of it's a bit messy here because I was doing a lot of packing. Yeah, so we'll be going with this one. We're gonna be going with this vehicle, the Haval H1. Well, fingers crossed, super reliable. It's gonna be a very long trip. Well, we're gonna be doing this trip for 2 days. The first day would be driving through SA, and I will be which is on the Namibian side. So right after that, the next morning we'll continue our trip from Windhoek, from Namibia, close to the border, to Windhoek, Namibia, which would end our trip. Right after that, we'll also be doing a round trip through the country, to Namibia. But I hope you guys enjoy this drive. So guys, currently here at the Namibian border, waiting. I'm actually in line right now. Just getting to see what it looks like, and I hope I'll tell you guys a lot more. after here, we're heading to Cape Soup, where we will be spending the night, and all the way from there we'll take on. We're carrying on with our trip tomorrow morning. So, guys, I'm here at the Namibian border crossing, and so I'll let you guys know what happens, how the process goes, and obviously things that you need if you're ever going to go through the same routes that I go to. I think watching my video and will give you absolutely great tips as to what to do and how to go about your trip as well. I just finished here at I think that this would be customs. I think, well, it's more like a screening point. I'll let you guys know what next needs to be done. Just hang on a second. I think I'm heading to immigrations now. Immigrations. Yeah, and then after immigrations, I think that would be it. I did spend the night at Grunau, where I spent the night at the Namgates guest house. And I paid a total of 450 Namibian dollars. Now, that is a total equivalent of 11,800 naira, 27 US, 25 euros, and 22 pounds for the night. It was worth the stay. It didn't cost a lot, and it was quite comfortable too. It's a beautiful morning, and we're at Namgate's guest house. I get to show you guys more. You get to see a lot more how beautiful it is. And it cost me a total of 450 Namibian dollars. Just hanging, guys. I'll show you guys so you can get to see what you get for what you get for 450 Namibian dollars. It's actually very beautiful, guys. There's some construction work going on over there. Okay, so here's a view of what you get for 450 rand per night, guys. Hi guys, I told you I was gonna have breakfast just exactly 9. Probably take me a couple minutes and we'll hit the road. If you ever get to stop by a Grano, Namgate guest house would be a perfect place to be, and you can get an amazing breakfast, as you guys can actually just see right here. Absolutely beautiful. This should take me for quite a few hours. I think, guys, I'll show you guys different places. Not also just different places. I'll also get to show you guys what you can get for all of these places, how much you can get to spend as well, and just so it gives you guys a lot more option as to how you plan your budgets if you're ever going to travel to Namibia. So guys, I'm gonna grab some food now. Catch you guys soon. I started my trip with a visit to the Fish River Canyon, which is situated in the south of Namibia. Now, it is located near the border between South Africa and Namibia, somewhere around 200 kilometers north of the Nordhoven border. Because of its proximity to the border, if your first stop on a tour through Namibia is the Fish River Canyon. I'd strongly advise you have all your documents. The borders are pretty chilled, and don't waste any time. Trust me, the borders are very, very chilled. Just as long as you have all the right documents, which you can definitely find on the websites, the embassy website. But my trip to the Fish River Canyon started with a drive from Mariental to Grunau. Now it is a 393-kilometer drive, which took me over 5 hours because of a couple of roadworks. By the way, Namibia has the best roads in Africa, even better, way better than some European countries. Not having to worry about time, bad roads, or security, as Namibia is relatively safe as well. Very safe. But I took the pleasure of making a few stops along the way to Marienta. Marienta is a very beautiful town, guys. It's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous town. It is mostly populated by Nama-speaking people of Namibia. They are descendants of the Khoi people.
So chilled.
The hair is thick. Wiry, huh?
Oh, Jesus.
I never tried to warthog before. What's up, Walty? Yeah. You want to snip me, man? Yeah, what's up? Huh? They say warthog, man, like you guys are faced it. Be a chill.
Well, along the way, I came across a beautiful palm plantation. Sadly, it was all burnt down. And out of my curiosity, decided to find out the story behind the fire from locals. Well, they had two separate stories. One was that it was lit up by kids playing in the area, while the other was that there was an argument by separate owners who got into some sort of misunderstanding and somehow it probably didn't end well. Well, that's sorry for another time. I arrived in Grunau quite late, spent 2 nights at Grunau Country Lodge. It is just 86 kilometers away from the Finch River Canyon.
Say something, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, we're trying to have breakfast just before we head out to Fish River Canyon.
Just 86 kilometers, so it's not a lot, guys.
Okay, so we're here at the Fish River Canyon and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Beautiful. Also quite scary too as well. Pretty scary as well. So hope you can get to see, show you guys around. So let's see. So guys, here at the Fish River Canyon, we're here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Marked right there. Yeah, done quite a lot.
Now, it cost me a total of 460 Namibian dollars for 2 nights at the Grunau Country Lodge, and this is a direct equivalent to 11,600, 11,500 thereabouts Naira. $26, 27 euros, and I think 21 pounds. Quick fact, guys, quick facts about the Fish River Canyon is that it is the second largest canyon in the world after the Grand Canyon in the United States, covering a total area of 160 kilometers long, just over 26 kilometers wide, and over 550 meters deep. Now also keep in mind, guys, that as it gets late, you might not gain access to the Fish River Canyon, obviously for safety reasons. And if you're up for a hike on a trail, the Fish River Canyon Trail, I'd suggest you make due preparations as it's different from most hikes you've probably done in the past. Well, to mention, the hikes isn't very easy to walk because of the rocks, sand, and river crossings, which is quite fun. Well, although I barely went on one.
As many shots as possible, so you guys can get to see what the Fish Canyon looks like. All of it, right from the bottom all the way to the top of it. Yeah, well, It's quite a lot of rocks here, so if you want to come, if you guys want to come here, you really need to have camping shoes, like proper shoes, because yeah, the rocks here, trust me, they're no jokes, man. They're very hard to beat, so you're not supposed to hike anywhere around here. Oh, what's all this ones now? Is it love padlocks and all that? So
I'm better on the other side. 'Cause I'm burning up on you, burning up on you. You step inside that shoe. Hurt me with the word goodbye. I'm better on the other side. I'm better on the other side.
Yeah, you can see it's snaking, huh? All the way around here. Yeah.
Hurt me with the word goodbye. We swore goodbye. 'Cause I'm burning up on you, burning up on you. You step inside that shoe. Hurt me with the word goodbye. I'm better on the other side. I'm better on the other side. I'm better on the other side.
During the course of my trip, I will be hampering a lot on taking as much water as you can, simply because it is very hot in Namibia, and water is certainly a lifesaver. When I say enough water, 3 to 5 liters of water should be just fine. The water which flows from the river, the Fish River Canyon, is safe to drink. However, water purifying tablets are highly recommended. Keep in mind that mobile reception isn't the best down in the trail. The drive to the Fish River Canyon is a beautiful one, and on your way you get to see lots of ostriches, so many of them, all running around on both sides of the road. You would be required to pay a gate pass on your way to the Fish River Canyon, and it costs a total of 100 Namibian dollars per person. And that also includes 100 Namibian dollars for the vehicle you'll be taking there as well. It is absolutely beautiful down at the trail. I mean, breathtaking, guys. It's really breathtaking. And like I said, if you're planning a hike, it'll most likely be your best experience. But you must remember to take with you a few basics. Basics like what? Like sunblocks, hiking boots, water purification tablets, warm clothes, because it gets cold. Quite cold at night. And here's one of my favorite, guys. I mean, it's something I came up with. So I'd always had a cloth with me that I kept wet at all times. And the sole reason for doing this was I would always put the cloth over my head and over my shoulder, and always use it to pat all over my body, just so it keeps me cool at all times, all through my trip. And that was very helpful, guys. That was really, really helpful. Also, guys, remember that these tips aren't just for those traveling alone, but if you're traveling in group or with a tour guide, I'm sure these tips will definitely come in handy for you. I planned my trip for 2 days. The first day was a drive through the South African border to Namibia, and the second day was finish my trip from Namibia all the way to the capital city, Windhoek. I got to the South African border. It was quick. There were no issues whatsoever. I got onto the Namibian side as well, and all that was required of me was my car documents, a valid visa, which is obtainable from the embassy, and it did cost me a total of 600 rand to do that. Also, now, to plan a trip to Namibia, you would require a tourist visa obtainable at the embassies, and it's pretty easy. Frankly, it is pretty easy. All you've got to do is go onto the website and you'll find all the visa requirements on there. So a road usage fee of 326 Namibian dollars for the vehicle I drove into the country. you would have to pay that. I mean, if you are driving, you'd be expected to pay a road user fee for the vehicle you will be using it while in the country.